Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining on this another live stream today. So this is the 15th of May and this is on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great Saturday today. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Okay, so as the title says today, I would like to talk about my settings on the Tradingview and also my MT5 because recently I got these emails and questions and asking which settings are you using for Bollinger Bands, which settings are you using for Stochastics, or Ichimoku Kinko, which indicator are you using for Ichimoku first of all, and what kind of chart settings you're using. I got these questions and Fibonacci Retracement and also extensions. So today, because the market's closing anyways, I will share my all the settings of my Tradingview and also MT5. And so that when I reply to the emails in the future, I will just refer to this live stream archive. So that's the purpose for today. But hopefully, you can also do the same settings as mine, and you can check charts and do analysis and trades. So thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you again. Let me squeeze my face and see charts and comments. Hello, White Brazil. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Unfortunately, this is not English, so I'm not sure what he says. The only word that I can recognize is Fibonacci vertical support resistance. So if you could write in English, that'd be great. So yeah, and although I'm a Japanese and I can read Japanese, this is only for Ichimoku, only for the English community here. So if you can type in English in this community, it would be great, so that everybody can understand questions and everybody can learn from my answers. Recently, I've added one line to this guideline. This is my YouTube guideline, and I just put one line here. Please use English as primary language when commenting during the live stream. So if you could be cooperative, that would be great. Okay, so before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. This information today is basically based on my own understanding knowledge. So when you take trades, please do within risk management. So let's see, Sorosh and David, Karim, Faiz, Christopher, thank you for joining as well. To see you, Asif, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you as always. And Ruslan, and OJ-san USA, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. And let's see, Sethu, good to see you too. And Juan, Gustavo, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend today. All right. Let's see, Mustafa, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. All right, T-Trader's got some questions, so let me answer to that question after I cover the main topic for today. All right, Rudy and Noba, thank you for joining. All right, Robbie and Noel, good to see you. And Yano, Verdi and Milind, Esa, Sanjay, and Denny, Dika, thank you for joining, everyone. Stallone, good to see you again. Okay, so let me share my chart settings first. So this is the Tradingview. If you can see up here, this is the Tradingview. So I'm using the Tradingview as a main chart software, and I post my analysis on the Tradingview too. And so in Tradingview, the first question and most commonly asked question is, which Ichimoku indicator are you using? And I'm using the default indicator. This is called Ichimoku Cloud in Tradingview. So if you can just simply go to the indicators and strategies, and if you can just search the Ichimoku here, then you get this Ichimoku Cloud. And simply this is what I'm using, because all the calculations are correct on this Ichimoku Kinko here on the Tradingview, and that's why I use Ichimoku Cloud as a default indicator. The displacement is correct, and also calculations are correct on this one. So I think this is one of the rare platforms, Tradingview, that has the correct displacement and correct calculation for Ichimoku. So that's something that I'm using right now. And I just color the Kumo, bullish Kumo as a gray, dark gray, bearish Kumo as light gray, and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen green, Tenkan-sen blue, and Chikou span yellow. So here is my setting of Ichimoku. And in terms of inputs, these are default 9, 26, 52, and displacement 26. It's a default setting here. So that's one thing that I'm using as Ichimoku as a main indicator. So because I have tried a couple of other indicators in TradingView. There is another one that's called Ichimoku. I think hold on. Ichimoku like MTF, Ichimoku signal. I've tried it, Ichimoku Kinko-hyo, Kivak, Ichimoku, hold on, let's see. There are so many Ichimoku indicators in the world, but I'm basically using the default Ichimoku indicator. So that's one thing that I'm using. And this is for higher time frames because I use multiple time frames to take trades. And Ichimoku is only for higher time frames. But as for the lower time frames, I use the Bollinger Bands and Stochastics. So here is my Bollinger Bands. So I put the deviation 1, 2, and period to be 20. So this is my input. So I have double bands, but the length 20 is the same. And this means the 20 SMA I use for the Bollinger Bands, and I use one of the bands as standard deviation 2, and on the other one I use the standard deviation 1. So simply I add 2 Bollinger Bands on the same screen, and I use one of them as deviation 1, other one I use deviation 2 with the same period 20, and I have these Bollinger Bands with 2 bands. So this is my Bollinger Bands, and I prefer the colors to be green because I don't like the vivid colors, and that's why I decided to take the dark green so that it doesn't really stand out. And deviation 1 is green, like this, and the deviation 2 is gray, a bit gray. I make it. This is for the deviation 2, and I make it a dark gray also. Upper and lower bands are dark gray, background transparent, and this is my chart setting here. So I use Bollinger Bands to see expands and squeeze for entry edge confirmations, and sometimes I use Bollinger Band, sometimes I don't use, and it depends on the market condition. But Bollinger Band has been my favorite indicators from the beginning of my trading career, and that's why I'm familiar with the Tradingview, and also I'm familiar with this Bollinger Bands, and that's why I'm using it still nowadays. Originally, I used to use 3 bands. I used to add deviation 3 also, and I used to use it, but deviation 3 is, I don't really use it, the deviation 3. Usually the market reverses in between deviation 3 and 2 on these lower time frames too, especially on these major pairs which are less volatile in the markets, less spiky markets. I think deviation 2 will be just enough. So that's my Bollinger Band setting here. And in terms of the stochastics, I use the slow stochastics with a 30, 10, 10 setting here. So I use percent K as 30 and percent D as 10, and smooth I put 10, slowing is 10. And I have the stochastics below here on this screen. So stochastic is actually my favorite indicator too, and that's why I'm using stochastics until today. Because in stochastics, I started to use it from also the beginning of my career, and back in 2013 or 2012, I used to use the stochastics with 533, which is I think pretty common setting, but it was too quick. If I move it like a 533, for example, then that will be too quick, like this way. If you see it below, it becomes like this, and there are many fake signals, fake crosses if I was using this 533. So after trying 533, then I tried the 1077. I have been, switching these indicators, these settings a lot. I used to use 1077, but still it was a bit too small, too short in terms of the slowing. So finally, I started to use 30-10-10, and I found this setting is the best to capture the edges in lower time frames. So that's why I'm using 30-10-10 simply based on my own experience. So, and before I used to use stochastics, I was also using MACD and also RSI, but I prefer the stochastic the best, and that's why simply I have been using stochastics. So that's my stochastic setting. 30-10-10 is my setting here. And what else? So I use also Tokyo Box indicator, which is called sessions indicator. So if you search sessions up above here, if you also go to indicators and strategies and just type sessions, and you find the sessions on the chart, and this is simply what I'm using for my strategy by Alrock AIF. That's the one that I'm using right now. And in terms of the period, I only use the Asian session to be standout. So let me go lower time frame. If you display the sessions on the daily chart, it doesn't show because this is for the daily or lower candles. So if you go down to, let's say, 1 hour chart, then you see these yellow boxes, and these are the Tokyo sessions. So simply this is the beginning of the Tokyo session, and this is the end of the Tokyo session. So this is in between 9 a.m. in Japan time and 5 p.m. in Japan time. This candle close is at the 5 p.m. So this is the Tokyo session. And I make this a yellow box like this. Simply I do this, I only enable the Tokyo session, and I found the Tokyo session to be 8 p.m. between 4 a.m. on this indicator. Yeah, before I had the different setting, but now I figured that this is the right Tokyo session setting, and that's why I switch it like this now. So this is the setting that you can use for the sessions indicator. 8 p.m. until 4 a.m. And below here is the Tokyo session. This is UTC plus 9 is the Tokyo session. This is 9 a.m. Tokyo time and 5 p.m. at the end of the candle close. And in terms of the style, I only enable this Asian session. So I think below here is the Asian session. I think it's here. This is the Asian session. I only enable the Asian session background, and I make the color yellow but a bit transparent so that you can see the whole candles. If I make it as a full, like a vivid like this, then you cannot see the candlesticks in behind. So I make it a bit transparent, like this way, so that you can also see the candles behind, like this way. And this is my Tokyo box indicator. And Tokyo box is for only JPY pairs, so Euro JPY or Pound JPY, USD JPY, and yeah, CAD JPY, and AUD JPY, and Swiss franc JPY. On these JPY pairs, I only use the Tokyo box breakout strategy. So this is AUD JPY, and whenever the Tokyo box breakout happens, it tends to go down, it tends to go up towards that direction. So that's my other tool that I'm using. So this is another indicator that I'm using also. And also I use the Fibonacci. Fibonacci is also my favorite indicator. So if I just switch it to the 5-minute chart, and let's say if you want to capture this bounce, this is uptrending, and when it's uptrending like this, and if you want to capture exactly this bounce and potential and continuous uptrend like this, I use the Fibonacci bounce. So I use the Fibonacci retracement on the left, and I drag it from the most recent low on this particular N wave. So I'm only looking at this N wave to see if it breaks up or not. And I use the Fibonacci bounce, and to see if this is at one of the levels. I drag it from the low to the high on this uptrending, and I found this to be exactly at the 50% level. So yeah, technically I use the 23.6% and 38.2% and 50% and 61.8%. And here you can see that beautifully the market has been reacted by the 50%. So once it breaks, once it goes and breaks, will be a good confirmation to take trade. So that you can expect the market goes up on this bullish new wave continuously. But if the market retraces backwards below 61.8%, then simply I won't take it. Yeah, 61.8% is the lowest, the most retracement level that I usually use. If it breaks it on these lower time frames, then I don't use it anymore. So let's say you see the market goes up this way real time. To be practical, let's say I see the market goes up this way, looking for the buy chance. As the market gradually goes up this way, I just wait for the retracement to come. I won't jump in usually in this condition. I have to wait for the retracement and get the bounce. And simply I wait for the retracement, let's see, on this candlestick, and as soon as I see this retracement, I use the Fibonacci like this way, and I find that, oh, this is exactly at the 50% level bounce. So afterwards I expect the market goes up, or it might go down to 61.8%, but I still expect the market goes up this way. So in this way you can expect which way the market is going on these lower time frames. So in this example, the market reacted by the 50%, and afterwards it just goes up this way continuously. So this is the way I use the Fibonacci retracement, and you can use it on any time frames, but for myself I particularly use it on 5/15 exactly to look for an entry edge. So once again I use these four levels. I use these 4 levels, 23.6 and 38.2, 50 and 61.8% retracements. So this is the Fibonacci retracement. This is to capture retracement and exactly when the market will bounce this way. This is the way I use the Fibonacci retracement on these lower time frames. And also I use the Fibonacci extension tool. Basically, I use the same Fibonacci retracement, but I add 2 other levels and I use it as a Fibonacci extension. And I know there is a Fibonacci extension indicator on TradingView, but I don't use this one. I use Fibonacci retracement and add 2 more lines to capture the Fibonacci retracement. Extension. So as for Fibonacci extension, let me see if I can find a good example. Maybe this could be a good example. So same here, if you see the breakout right now, and I want to see how far it goes, how far the market can go, and to capture the potential target in this N wave, I use the Fibonacci extension. So I go backwards against the trend, and I add 2 levels. One is 138.2% and other one is 161.8%. I add these 2 lines and these are called the Fibonacci extension, so that when the market goes up on the bullish wave, it goes up to one of these levels. And once it breaks, it can also be a good confirmation to buy in this condition. So I use it for the potential target, and also once it breaks, I also use it for the entry edge. So in this case, let's see, the market is market broke or be resisted here still at the higher level, and after I confirm, the next clear breakout will be a good confirmation to buy. Or if you're buying it here lower, then this can be an initial target too. And this works on any time frames. I used to take trade only with this Fibonacci extension, and it works very great. You can see that the market is consolidating at this 161.8% level in the 5, and once it breaks upwards, that will be a new uptrend. So let's see, yeah, it breaks and it could go up continuously this way. So this is the way I use the Fibonacci extension. So that's another one that I'm using. So yeah, I think these are the basic indicators and tools that I use for this TradingView. I think yeah, and also I monitor these pairs. I only take trades on the Euro, USD, and AUD, Pound, and JPY CAD, and Swiss franc. So I have these Forex pairs monitoring, and also I trade gold. I trade the gold, so I have this one up here too. So I think these are the basic tools. Of course, I use the lines, trend line, and resistance line, support line, horizontal lines I use. And these are the tools that I'm using to take trades. Of course, I use candlesticks. I think candlesticks is also one of the indicators because it actually captures the start price, close price, and high and low on a certain time frame. So this is also that I'm using. And I don't really use the Heikin Ashi because Heikin Ashi can capture the market direction smoothly, but I do so in Ichimoku. So I don't really use Heikin Ashi in that case. And also, especially in Forex markets or gold, there is no gaps in between the days, or between the weekends there is no gaps, and that's another reason why I don't use the Heikin Ashi, which is actually another commonly asked questions. Do you use Heikin Ashi with Ichimoku? Is the common question, and my answer is no, because I prefer candlesticks. I want to see highs and lows in the price because it reacts by the Ichimoku lines too. So I want to see the wick highs and lows, and close price is also important to me, and that's why I don't really use the Heikin Ashi. So yeah, what else? I think that these are the only indicators that I use for the trading view. No, Alan, I don't use Renko Ashi. I don't use Renko Ashi either. I only use candlesticks. So yeah, so I try to make things simple. I used to use like 20 indicators or 30 indicators before to take trades. I was always looking for the entry edges, and I was totally, obsessed with these indicators. But now I only use Ichimoku for higher time frames, and lower time frames I only use Bollinger Bands and Stochastics. So I make it very simple, but very powerful when it comes to taking trades. So this is the indicator that I'm using, and I use the same on this MT5. On the MT5, I'm using the same. Like let's see, I can I use the let's see, Ichimoku here. But the only thing is that the Ichimoku indicator on trading on the MT5 and MT4 is wrong in its displacement. I found the calculations were correct. The calculations for the Kumo, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen correct. It takes high and low for the last 26 or 9 or 52, and it takes the mid price. The calculation is good, but the displacement is wrong on this MT5. Oh, sorry, in MT5, sorry, the calculation is wrong too. The calculation is also wrong. So yeah, I usually analyze charts by Tradingview, but I still take trades on MT5 because I connect my broker. I use the XM trading on this example. I use XM trading to take my trades. And also a couple brokers locally in Japan I use to take trades. So on this one, basically I don't really do the analysis anymore on MT5 because of this wrong calculation on this MT5 of Ichimoku. But the one that I'm using is a correct displacement, which is available in my Ichimoku community. So thank you to Maru-san, created this correct displacement of Ichimoku, and that's what I'm using for the MT5. But most of the time I use Tradingview to analyze, and simply I execute trades by mobile through MT5. So I don't really look at MT5 on the PC screen to analyze or to take trades. When I drag the stop losses or when I exit manually, sometimes I use the MT5 on this PC, but after I start to use the Tradingview with the correct displacement, correct calculations of Ichimoku, I don't use really MT5 PC version to take trades. So so that's another thing that I'm using. Besides that, in MT5 it's the same. Like I use the Bollinger Bands, Stochastics, and lower time frames, and these are basically the same too. I use 2 bands, and Stochastics is also the same. I think the only difference between Tradingview and MT5 for Stochastics is that Stochastics has this price field. So in this example, I use low and high, but I prefer close, so I have to change it. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I use close for this stochastic setting, and that's what I use for the Tradingview. But yeah, I use the same Bollinger Bands, 2 bands on this Bollinger Bands, so I think this is also the same. and I like the black background because it's easy on my eyes. I used to use white background, but it damages my eyes. Sometimes I get dry eye, and my eyes get very tired when I use the white background, and that's why I use the black background. Yeah, and also let's see, in terms of Fibonacci retracement too, I use the Fibonacci retracement at the same level as Tradingview, and also extensions also with the same level. I use it. But once again, I analyze charts mostly on Tradingview to take trades. But to take trades, I use MT5 only these days. Yeah, before I was only using MT5 for analysis and take trades. If you can look back my previous old live streams or videos, I only used the MT5 for analysis and take trades. But now I found the Tradingview to be more handy and more easier because this is more this is much better on it looks, and also it's easier to manage my forex pairs. I can even flag these are forex pairs when it's trending, so it's very handy. And also what's better is also let's say when I draw lines and when I create the templates and also indicators, it synchronizes beautifully with the mobile or tablet. But MT5 it doesn't, but in Tradingview it's possible. It synchronizes on other devices, and that's one thing that I like about the Tradingview. So yeah, so these are the basic settings that I use for this Tradingview and MT5, and that's the topic that I wanted to share today, because I get these questions many times, and that's why I decided to share. Okay, so let me go back to some of the comments. So here is the free discussion until the end of the live stream today. So once again, thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you're having a great Saturday today. So let's see, T20 says, hi K, please would you explain how to differentiate between the retracement and reversal? Please consider the IOD-CAD daily chart maybe. Retracement, reversal. Reversal is like when the market goes against the major direction, that's reversal. Retracement is the correction, and retracement should be temporary. So I would say that when I see the chart like this way, this is retracement, and because major direction is uptrending, after retracement it goes up this way. So that simply I name it as I call it retracement or consolidation. But reversal will be exactly when you see the market double top or inverse head and shoulders. Maybe good example would be, let's see, maybe here you can see double top, for example, and it can be reversal. So the market from here, exactly on this candlestick, the market goes up, but after this double top it can reverse and it can continue its downtrend. Or if I can talk about the head and shoulders, I think this is a good example. Before that it was uptrending, but after this head and shoulders it goes down this way. After the neckline, breakout will be the reversal. So yeah, these are the difference between reversal and the retracement. So retracement should be temporary, but reversal can affect the higher time frame direction. Rudy, thank you for joining, and Nova, Gustavo, once again, good to see you again. All right, let's see. Alright, Noel, good to see you. Yano, thank you for joining as well. Euro USD, let's see. Euro USD is still uptrending, I believe. Let me see. Based on the daily chart, this is still bullish. The Kumo up, Kijun Sen up, so this is bullish. And as per 4-hour chart, let me see. This is ranging now, so it could retrace. Yeah, it could retrace and retraces backwards to Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen or Kumo here. So it may go down in a short term, but in the long term, we're not sure yet which way it's going. Alright, Esa, Sanjay, and Danny, Dikath, good to see you. Alright, Aditya and Jagadish, thank you for joining as well. Alright, Min, and let's see, thank you for joining. Forex Grump, thank you for joining. Let's see. Alright, Kayon, thank you for joining as well. And Golam, good to see you too. Alright, Piet, thank you for joining. Fides, good to see you too. Dika says pound JPY. Alright, so pound JPY. In the daily chart, this is now Kijun Sen flat, but the price above Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, Kumo. So this is bullish, I would say. The market can still go up afterwards, but let me see if there's any previous high at this 154.46 level. And the next high is from the 18th, the 2nd of February 2018. So the price should go up to 156.6 level. So in that sense, we have more room to take trades. But in this condition, I will wait for the breakout, because in the lower time frame, this is in a P wave. So I wait for the breakout of the resistance and look for buy chance. But let me see in 4-hour chart. In 4, this is also flat, looks like. Kijun Sen flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen technically up, but the Kumo flat, Chikou span too close, so the price can retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen here. Or Senko span B. So unless the market breaks, I would wait. Alright, Juan, thank you for joining. And Suresh, good to see you again. Thank you for joining. Mart says, hi Kay, do you have a current promo code for Forex Tester can we use for discount? Yes, you can use the promo code K5 for 5% discount on top of the sales on the Forex Tester. Yes. It's on the description below, the coupon code for the Forex Tester. Yeah, Forex Tester is my favorite tool, and that's why I introduce on my channel. Yeah, I only share the things that I use, and if I don't use, then I don't want to share. So, because I cannot take the responsibility. So I don't share whatever, I only share the things that I use. So Forex Tester 4 or Forex Tester 5 now is my favorite tool. And it saves a lot of time to backtest and also refine and fine-tune my strategies. Alright, Mr. Fernandez, thank you for joining. Good to see you on this relaxing Saturday. Alright, Deepak, thank you for joining as well. Alright. Alright, Madus, you're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, Bestiani, Shamai, and Jai, good to see you here. Blackwater, good to see you too. I think GJ is now ranging, I believe. It's potentially bullish, but now it's ranging still in 4-hour chart, so you have to wait for the breakout. Yeah, and also EJ is let's see, in a daily chart it's uptrending. Euro JPY. And in 4, this is flat. It's retracing, consolidating. But we can follow the daily chart. Daily chart is nicely uptrending. It just broke the previous resistance last Friday, and it can continuously go up along the way. I was looking for the buy chance on Euro JPY last Friday or yesterday, but I wasn't able to take a trade because I wasn't able to find the edge to take trades. And let's see, on this Euro JPY, the previous high is from the 25th of September back in 2018, which is at 133.13 level. So it's pretty close. We have only about 34 pips of room for the resistance level. So in this condition, next week, Monday or Tuesday, we have to expect the retracement too. It might retrace, it might consolidate. So better wait for the breakout and look for the buy chance afterwards. Alright, Rocks and Tam, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. And Wong says, hi Kay, how you add the additional 2 lines of extension? Is it built in the indicators? So for in terms of the Fibonacci extension, simply you can you go to the settings and simply you manually click two other columns. You click 2 other columns and you input one of them as 1.382, other one 1.618. You input manually and you have these lines. So in this Fibonacci retracement tool, you can add as many lines as possible. You can randomly but reasonably, add more levels on this Fibonacci retracement tool, and that's why I use this one. Alright, Kayon, thank you for that reminder, as always. So if you enjoyed the live stream so far, please press the good button. And please subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these live streams of videos every day on my YouTube channel. Alright, Ahmed, thank you for joining. And thank you for the comment. Verdi says, but we need to use Indian currency pairs, lots of gaps. Yeah, in Indian currency pairs, especially lower time frames, has a lot of gaps. So in these conditions, you better use Heikin Ashi. Yeah, but I'm dealing with these major pairs, Forex pairs, and I prefer candlesticks in these conditions. Yeah, and James Stickler Glover, thank you for joining. Yeah, you can use Oanda. You can use Oanda or Forex.com to connect directly with the Tradingview. Shamal says, do you know a good Japanese copy trader? No, I don't. I don't use copy trade, so I'm not sure. JP says, Tradingview is awesome for both working on and trading from directly. Yeah, you can also directly trade on Tradingviews, and this is a great platform. Milene says, Kay, do you recommend good brokers? Which broker do you use? So I'm using this one, XM Trading. If you can see up here, I use XM Trading as one of the brokers, and I also use Oanda too, and also a couple of local Japanese brokers I use. But make sure XM and XM Trading are 2 different companies. And I'm not using XM, but I'm using XM Trading company. So there are two identical but different companies for the XM. Let's see. Rudy says, I didn't notice the price field at close for the stochastics. I'm correcting my templates. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't make huge difference, but I use close simply on the stochastics price field. H24, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Let's see. T20, you're welcome. You're welcome. And Nova, you're welcome too. USD INR, let's see. USD INR is it's downtrending. Yeah, it's downtrending on the daily chart. It broke the Kumo down. And in forward chart, this is bearish. It's bearish. It just broke the support line and it's bearish now. So next week could be continuously downtrending. Hello Adrian, thank you for joining. Thank you for rejoining here. Good to see you again. So yeah, if you could only type English, that would be great on this community. Thank you for the understanding. And welcome always to this live stream. Let's see. Fight says, how do you control your emotions when trading? There are many things to focus to control your emotions, but one thing, and this is something that I was speaking with one of the GTS members today, is that you better look at the pips but not in profits, and that will reduce the emotion for sure. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, when you see the panel down here on the MT5 or any platforms, and when you see the market trending towards the direction, you tend to see the profits in numbers, equity, but you have to switch it to pips so that you have less emotional fluctuations. I think that will be one way to avoid the emotional struggles or emotional fluctuations. Yeah, Martz, you're welcome. And let's see. Yep, I get lots of comments. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you here once again. Let's see. Deepak says, hi Kay, any future plan to trade crypto, at least the top crypto like Bitcoin and Ethereum? Maybe, but for now, I'm kind of staying away from the cryptos because I have less knowledge. I don't still have enough knowledge to take trades. I'm not sure what causing the markets moving up and down, and what's relating for these markets move for these cryptocurrencies. So if I take trades based on my immature knowledge on the cryptos, that will be gambling because I'm not sure why it's moving up and down. So I think it takes a bit more time for me to really be confident to take trades on cryptos. Okay, so let's see. Piet says, okay, neckline break trend reversal sign. What time frame is the best? It can happen on any time frame. It could be daily chart, it could be 5-minute chart. it can happen on any time frames. The neckline breakout. Ferry says, Pound USD is all above the cloud. Expect for the 5-minute chart. Can we still expect buy opportunity? Pound dollar, let's see. Pound dollar is at the moment bullish. Yeah, it's bullish. Kumo's up. Or Kumo's flat, sorry. Kumo's flat, more of. This is still a very tiny Kumo. Still flat. Kijun-sen flat. So this is still ranging as per Ichimoku. So better wait for the previous resistance breakout at this 1.4168 level breakout. Let's see. Aditya says, how many candles use for thrust up or down? For in terms of candles, it depends on the market condition. Sometimes it becomes 5 candles or 7 candles, 10 candles. So you can just focus on the patterns of the thrust ups than the number of candles, technically. HC says, what is your favorite indicators? I would say Ichimoku is my favorite. Yeah, and also Stochastics and Bollinger Bands are also my favorite indicators. Okay, yeah, Deepak, you're welcome. And JP, you're welcome too. Okay, so I guess I will be ending the live stream in about a couple of minutes here. Yano says, Kay, I have been using your strategy in crypto and it is working well. That's great. Yeah, basically my strategy is for the trend follow. So as long as it goes, it works. And I think it's the same for any indicators or any strategies. But great to hear that it works on the cryptos. So that gives me confidence when I really go into the cryptocurrency trades. Adrian says, Kay is the greatest master of trading I ever know. Just the problem is, oh. Yeah, well, these are the moderators of mine, and I really respect them too. So, yeah, if you can listen to the moderators, that's great because we have regular meetings. We 3 have regular meetings, me and Maru, and also another one called Yorun. They are my moderators, and they're supporting my community. In Ichimoku community, they're supporting. And we have regular meetings and I really trust them. So yeah, they happen to be from the Netherlands, but even if they're not from Netherlands, I will be choosing them as a moderator. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I will be ending the live stream for now, and I will be switching to the membership live in about 5 minutes. So thank you for watching until the end once again, and thank you for the participation as always. And if you can, one quick announcement is that if you're interested on my GTS class, which starts in July, please let me know by email. So that you can be on one of the members. There are only 2 seats available for the month of July, and one of them is about to fill. So if you're interested on my hands-on teaching of my strategy, please let me know by email because it's gonna fill soon. Okay, so thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow at the live stream, or for those who are members, I will see you soon at the next membership live. So until I see you next time, everyone, please stay healthy and stay gold, alright? Thank you, bye for now. またね。